Hypixel Skyblock has been a thing for like 2 months now. I think it's finally time for me to make a video on it. Lately I have been spending a lot of time in the end farming for summoning eyes like most people. And there's this one question that people keep asking over and over and over again.
How do you deal so much damage with Aspect of the End?
So in this video, I will tell you exactly how. So let's say you have been playing Skyblock for like a week. You have your Lapis armor, maybe hardened diamond, nothing too special. You just hit level 13 combat, which is required to enter the end. And you know, you just want to see what it's like. That's actually kind of funny. I have never used that. I always use the portal on our island. Anyway, the first thing you see are these level 42 Endermen with 4.5k health. But you can only deal like, what, 2.3k damage. And these guys actually kill you quite fast. The first thing people would do is just complain about their weapon, like, boo-hoo, my spicy Ember Rod is not good enough. And it's true, Ember Rod is not a good weapon. But you can still deal over 10,000 damage with it, and I'm gonna show you later on how. But let's say you just want to upgrade your weapon, and you get rid of your spicy Ember Rod, and you get a spicy Aspect of the End instead. But even with the new weapon, you still only deal 2000 damage. Well, that wasn't a crit. With the Aspect of the End, I deal 4000, which is like roughly 2 times more than with the spicy Ember Rod. But even 4000 damage is nowhere near enough, because the zealots down here have 13,000 health. Now, I don't see anyone upgrading spicy Aspect of the End to spicy Aspect of the Dragons before getting better armor, but let's just pretend that someone does. Spicy Aspect of the Dragons is one of the best weapons in the game right now, but even with that, we can only deal 3500 damage if it's not a crit. Let's see how much we crit. So if you're full Lapis and you have one of the best weapons in the game, you can still only deal up to 9000 damage, which is obviously a lot, but you cannot one-hit the zealots down there. So if the weapon is not the problem, how do you get more damage? Now there are many different ways to increase your damage, and probably the best one of those are talismans. Right now I have no talismans in my inventory, and I have no talismans in my talisman bag, which means that my crit chance is only 42% and my crit damage is only 52%. But what happens if we fill the entire bag? Okay, so now our talisman bag is full of different talismans. And we have one talisman in our inventory. A lot of people don't know this, but Piggy Bank is actually a talisman, so be sure to reforge it. Now let's see the difference in crit damage and crit chance. Our crit chance only went up to 43%, but our crit damage went up to 184%, which is 3 times more than it was before. And even if our talisman bag is full, we can still keep talismans in our inventory. My crit chance is still 43%, which is not a lot, but the crit damage is 211%. And now, even if I'm still using the Lapis armor, I can deal 9670 damage with an Aspect of the End, which is 2 times more than it was before. And it's also more than I was able to deal with the Aspect of the Dragons. Most likely, I deal enough damage to one-hit zealots with this sword now. But that's not everything. We are gonna get rid of this Lapis armor, and we are gonna upgrade to full Ender armor. Ender armor is not expensive, but it's a really good armor set for farming in the end. The armor is really good because all the stats of this armor piece are doubled while on the end island. And that also includes the reforge. So what you want to do is you want to get godly reforge on all of your ender pieces, which by the way might cost more than the entire set, but you know, everyone loves wasting their money on reforges. Because godly gives you 7 strength, 3 crit chance, and 6 crit damage. And all of that gets doubled while on the end island. If I go to my stats, you can see that my crit chance has went up to 65%, but that's obviously not enough because you want to be able to crit every single time. So somehow we have to get the crit chance to 100%. If I go to my talisman bag, you can see that all my epic and rare talismans are Itzy. Itzy gives you crit damage, which is important if you want to deal more damage, obviously. But you also want to get your crit chance up to 100%. And to do that, you have to reforge all your common and probably uncommon ones into Godly or Zealous. It doesn't matter which one, because they both give the same stats. I only have one Zealous left, but as you can see, it gives you 1 crit chance. Keep reforging your bad talismans until you hit 80 crit chance and stop that. Now, I personally don't get 80% crit chance with these talismans anymore because I have so much itchy. And it's only because I upgraded my Ender armor to full Godly Unstable Dragon armor, which gives you more crit chance and more crit damage. So with this set and with all these talismans, my crit chance is 81 and my crit damage is 300%. So now I can deal 14,065 with Aspect of the End, which is enough to one-hit Zealots, by the way. If I hold my Aspect of the Dragons, my crit damage goes up to 401%. So I deal over 20k with it. And even with the Spicy Emperor, I deal 8,200 damage. But there is still more you can do. So you remember how I told you to stop at 80% crit chance? Mine is 81 only because I leveled up my combat to level 20. And every single combat level gives you 1 crit chance. And I was just too lazy to reforge this last talisman to Itchy. Anyway, you wanna have your crit chance at 80%. Because when you unlock the critical potion from the Gravel collection, you can start making critical 3 potions, which gives you 20% crit chance and 30% crit damage. So when I drink this potion, my crit chance is now 100% and my crit damage is 331%. But wait, there is more. You can also brew strength potions, which increase your strength by 40%. My strength is 317 and my crit damage is 431. So I should be able to deal almost 30,000 damage with this sword. I deal more than that. So now, the same Spicy Aspect of the End that was dealing 4,000 damage without any talismans or armor upgrades deals 17,330 damage. And the Spicy Emperor that was dealing only 2,000 damage now deals 10,584 damage. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what weapon you have, as long as you have good talismans and you make potions. You can also level up these skills, but it's not gonna affect your damage that much. I'm gonna leave a link to a spreadsheet in the description where you can see all the talismans in the game. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. See you in the next one.